We will continue the chapter of lenses in Science 1. This is what we have studied already. We have understood what lenses are. Lenses are transparent medium with two definite boundaries. And we have also decided that we will focus on specific type of lenses. We will focus on spherical lenses, and even there, we will focus on the simple biconvex lens and simple biconcave lens. Then we understood the various parts structure of the lens. So the new parts, the parts that were not there in a mirror, but they are in the lens, that is the optical center. Then we also realized that unlike mirrors, which have only one center of curvature and one focus, the lenses, because they have two surfaces of two spheres, they have two center of curvatures and two focal points, two radii of curvatures also. In the last class, we understood how these lenses form images. You would have realized that the images are formed the way they are formed because of refraction. The light bends, not just it travels straight, it also bends. So using the ray diagrams, we looked at the 6 different possibilities in case of a convex lens and 2 different possibilities in case of a concave lens. I very clearly told you that not all the diagrams are given in the textbook, but we will need to know all the diagrams because any of them may be, or any of them we may need to use in some other example question. I hope all of you are drawing the ray diagrams. And towards the end of the class, in the last class, we understood how people experimented and found out about the nature, position, size of the images by first calibrating using a far away object, using a mirror as a screen, and a simple candle as an object. This is what we have studied. Remember, when we said image formation, we talked about real and virtual. We talked about magnified or diminished or even point. We talked about whether it is in front or behind. These are the things we talked. But what we have not talked is how big, how far, how much in front, where is the focal length, where exactly. We haven't. That is what we will be doing today. We will measure and we will measure accurately. What are we going to measure? We will measure these aspects: how far or how near, how tall or how short, far, dur, near, pass, tall, lamba, uncha, short, bona, how big, how small, capacity, kitni ताकत है lens में. We will be making accurate measurements, and these measurements cannot be like this is good, this is bad. Good and bad, they are not measurements, they are just qualitative statements. Today we will be talking about quantitative numbers. Right? So we will be dealing with a lot of maths today. Very simple maths, numbers, fractions, and that's all. So what are we going to measure? This is very important. Some of these things are known to us, some of these things are not known to us. Why are some of these things known to us? Because we studied them when we studied mirrors last year, spherical mirrors. First thing is distance of object. मान लो इस पेन का हम image form करेंगे. So the thing of which we will form an image is called the object. Distance of object means how far it is from the lens. How far or how near. What is the distance between, what is the gap between the lens and the object? And when we say the gap, we usually measure it from the optical center. To be precise, we measure it from the optical center. Similarly, distance of the image. So image kahan bana? No, it is not sufficient to just say in front or behind. We need to know exactly kahan banega so that we can have the screen there and we can collect a good image. focal length. So we are taking spheres, we are taking parts of spheres and joining them to form the lens. So now we have two focal lengths, two foci. Exactly वो कहाँ पर है? Again, why do we need this? If you don't need this, and if perhaps we need to focus the parallel beams of light at a point. If you don't know where to focus, then our work, our lens will not be efficient. So measuring that. Here, remember, in case of the spherical mirror, there is only one focus for a mirror. But in case of a spherical lens, whether it is convex or concave, all these lenses have two focal lengths. One on left side. Height of the object. है ना? जो ऑब्जेक्ट है, मान लीजिए इसी का अगर हम ले रहे हैं, इमेज बनाएंगे इसका, दिस इज द ऑब्जेक्ट, ये कितना ऊंचा है या कितना छोटा है, दैट इज द हाइट. Because you remember, we simplify. An object can be a human being, an object can be a tree, an object can be anything, but we are simplifying the object. We represent the object with a arrow. So when we say height of the object, we are referring to how tall the arrow should be. Similarly, height of the image. हमने बोला ना, sometimes it is magnified, sometimes the image is diminished. So image का height कितना होगा precisely जानने के लिए. So we will call these things H1 and H2. Similarly, focal length can be called F1 and F2. लेकिन हम अभी इस क्लास में जो पढ़ाई करेंगे, we will take biconvex and biconcave, और हम बराबर का लेंगे. दोनों surface का जो radius of curvature है, that will be same. So for both sides, the focal length will be same. इसीलिए मैंने यहाँ पे F लिखा. In general, it will be F1 and F2. Then magnification, मतलब कितना बड़ा या कितना छोटा हुआ image with respect to the object. So U, V, F, H1, H2, and M, we know these things from mirrors, spherical mirrors. The only new thing, the only new quantity that we will be measuring in case of lenses is power. Power. And this power is different from the power that we have studied in mechanics, mechanical energy. We said energy is the capacity to do work, and power is how fast can we do the work. So energy divided by time, work done by time, joules per second, watt is power in mechanics. But this power is not that power. This power is more like the energy, unfortunately. इसका नाम दिया गया है power. And it is the capacity of a lens to either converge or diverge the light. Either converge or diverge the light. We will understand in a little bit more detail in a little bit more time. Any doubts about these values? So distance of the object will be represented by U. Distance of the image will be represented by V. Focal length will be represented by the letter F. Height of the object H1, height of the image H2, magnification by M, and power by P. It's very important to know these variables because U and V, they are also used for initial velocity, final velocity in mechanics. Before we should measure, we should know how to measure. अगर हमको ये इतना भी नापना है कि ये तार कितना लंबा है, ये टेबल कितना लंबा है, हम the room that we live in, what is the length, what is the breadth, we need to have a scale, and we need to have a proper system of measuring, and that proper system is required for this measurement also, and we call it the sign convention. Again, this is not new. We studied this for spherical mirrors also, and we have studied this for coordinate geometry. So whenever we are measuring with respect to a lens, we will imagine a coordinate system, an x-axis and a y-axis. And we will imagine that the x-axis and y-axis, they are passing through the optical center. That is, the optical center is the origin. Now we know anything on the right hand side will be positive, anything on the left hand side will be negative. ऐसा ही तो होता है coordinate geometry में. Anything above will be positive, anything below will be negative. Do you remember this in coordinate geometry? Same convention, nothing new. In coordinate geometry, we say this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis, and we say this is 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, है ना? Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. The right is positive, up is positive, left is negative, down is negative. This point here, which is the optical center, is the origin. So we have to imagine as a curve. And the same system is used even when we have a concave lens. Same system, same convention. Convention means क्या कहेंगे हिंदी में इसको, tradition, ऐसा माना जाता है. And this is agreed upon across the world. So whether it is a concave lens or a convex lens, we use the same system. Don't worry, we will understand ये क्या लिखा हुआ है, F1, F2, सब क्या है. We have already seen it in brief. We will understand it in a little bit more detail. Let's understand if you have understood or not. So I will draw something and then I will ask you. Now, if I keep the object here, tell me my u, will it be positive or negative? Quickly.
Positive.
No, wrong answer. It is negative because it is on the left hand side of the lens. It is on the left hand side of the lens. Once again, another question. If the object is here, will u be negative or positive? Yes, Karina. Now the answer is correct. Aarti, Prachi, all correct answers. Now it will be positive because it is on the right hand side. Right is positive, up is positive, left is negative, down is negative. Let us test more. If my image को मैं dotted line में बनाऊंगा, जरूरी नहीं है, but I'm making it. If my image is here, now tell me whether my v is positive or negative.
Positive.
Correct, it is positive because it is on the right hand side. Very good, Sandhya. What happens if my image is here? Is my v positive or negative?
Negative.
It is negative.
Negative.
Correct. Now, what if my object is like this? Will h1 be positive or negative? h1, height of the object. नीचे की तरफ है, so negative. Correct. Those who have answered in the chat. What if my object is like this on the right hand side? Is the h1 positive or negative?
Positive.
No, it is not. H1 is the height. H1 is the height. Height is measured up and down. Are we going down or are we going up?
Negative.
Yes, because we are going down. Be careful. U and V will be measured with respect to the x-axis. H1 and H2 will be measured with respect to the y-axis. So please be careful. Okay. What will be the H2 if my image is here? Will it be positive or negative? Okay, you are saying positive and it is correct क्योंकि ऊपर की तरफ है. Positive H2. What if my image is like this? What happens to H2? Is it positive or negative?
Negative.
Very good. What happens to my image H2 if the image is here? Is it positive or negative?
Positive.
It is positive because it is up. What happens to the H2 if the image is like this?
Negative. Negative.
Negative H2. Always remember U and V with respect to x-axis, H1 and H2 with respect to the y-axis. Never forget this. Let's see some other things. You remember that because we have two surfaces, two spherical surfaces, so the lenses will have two focuses. Foci is the correct English, foci. Now, because traditionally we read and write from left to right, so हमने नाम दिया F1 and F2. There is no other reason. F1 and F2. Now tell me, this focal length F, is it positive or negative? It is negative because we are measuring on the left hand side. Correct. This focal length, is it positive or negative?
Positive.
It is positive because we are measuring on the right hand side. Thank you. इन चीजों को गांठ बांध लो, याद रख लो अच्छे से. Left is negative, down is negative, right is positive, up is positive. No change, whether it is a convex lens or it is a concave lens, whether it is an image or an object. The first thing that we are going to measure is called the lens formula. Not we are going to measure this, the first formula, the first relationship between the various things that we are measuring is called the lens formula. And the lens formula connects three variables, U, V, and F. U is the distance of the object, V is the distance of the image, and F is the focal length. That is it, और कुछ नहीं. Okay. And you see 1 by V, 1 by U, 1 by F. मैंने कहा था आपको शुरू में फ्रैक्शंस की जरूरत पड़ेगी. फ्रैक्शन की जरूरत पड़ेगी. Now let us see how this works. We will take a very simple case so that we are able to understand कि हो क्या रहा है. How is this formula working? Imagine the simple case जिसका कि exercise में question भी है कि lens, convex lens में where do we put the object so that same size का image is formed. So this is object, this is image. Do you remember where do we have to keep the object? If you have done the homework, if you have attended the class, previous class, you will know this. Where do we need to keep the object so that the image is of the same size? Anushka is saying at the center 2F2. अरे ना बाबा, ऐसा मत बोलो. We will keep it at the center of curvature. We will keep it at the center of curvature. So this is center of curvature. This point here will be C1. एक और C1, एक और C दूसरी तरफ भी होगा. We can call it C2. C2. Why am I taking this example? We are taking this example because we know certain things. We know that if this is the optical center, OC1 is equal to OC2. We are taking a very simple bifocal or convexo-convex lens. Biconvex lens. Okay. If I tell you that I am keeping the object 10 meters from the lens and the image is formed 10 meter from the lens. अगर मैंने आपको ये कहा. And the question is, what is the focal length? What is the focal length? Understand the question. I'm telling you that we are taking a lens. Doesn't matter what lens we have. We are, or okay, let us say we have the convex lens. We are keeping an object 10 meters in front of it, and the image is formed 10 meters behind the lens. What is the focal length? How much is the focal length? Now, using the lens formula, we will be able to calculate it. Let us see how. You just help me doing this. 1 by, what is V? Be careful, think and answer. What is V?
Distance between the distance of the image.
Yes, I am writing meters. I'm not writing centimeters, Chanda. Be careful. Is it 10 or minus 10? Be careful. Image distance. Khadija is saying minus 10. Why is it minus 10? Where is the image? Image is on the right hand side. Why should it be minus 10? The right hand side is positive, so it is 10. Be careful. Be careful. Now we have a minus. Now we have a 1, and then I have to write U. Now be extremely careful and tell me what is U in this case.
Minus 10.
Very good. Minus 10 because the object is 10 meters in front of the lens. It is on the left hand side, so it is minus 10. If we can solve this, then we will be able to find it. Let us try to solve. 1 by 10 minus of minus, so plus 1 by 10. These are like fractions, so we can add like. Right? Like fractions. And this, by lens formula, we know it is 1 by f. So now again, please prove to me that you are my students and you are smart. If 2 by 10 is equal to f, what is 2 by 10 is equal to 1 by f? What is f? How much will be f?
5.
No, I'm not asking you that question. If 2 by 10 is f, how much is f? 2 by 10 is 1 by f. What is f? Give me one step at a time.
1 by 8.
No.
1 by 5.
No.
Cross multiply.
Nothing doing that. Nothing like that. We are taking reciprocal. So this will be 10 by 2. Be careful. This is where you struggle with maths. 10 by 2. Thank you, Karthik. If 1 by f is 2 by 10, if 2 by 10 is equal to 1 by f, then f will be, what is f? F is nothing but f by 1. So f equals to 10 by 2, which is 5. मिल गया हमको focal length. And we took this question because we can very clearly verify if our answer is right or wrong. Because we know that focus is exactly at the center. Midpoint of O and C. If OC is 10 meters, then OF has to be 5 meters. मतलब हमारा आंसर सही है. And why are we getting it +5 here? Because our object is on the left hand side. So our focus, the focus for this object is on the right hand side. So actually we are getting this distance +5. Just to remind you, the lens formula is 1 by V minus 1 by U equals to 1 by F. If you remember, the mirror formula is 1 by V plus 1 by U equals to 1 by F. We will not be using the mirror formula this year, but the only difference between these two is this sign. Just a quick reminder. Okay, let us measure something else. Now we know where the image will be formed or where the object can be placed and what will be the focal length. Pata chal gaya. That's one part of the calculation. The other part of the calculation is how big or how small the image is with respect to the object. And that quantity is called magnification. Magnification can be calculated in two different ways. Magnification can be calculated with respect to the height. This is the most fundamental definition. मेरा ऑब्जेक्ट कितना बड़ा था और मेरा इमेज कितना बड़ा आया है. The height of the image divided by the height of the object will be magnification. This is common sense. The same thing can also be calculated with respect to distance of the image and the object. How far is my image from the lens and how far is my object from the lens? ऐसा क्यों हुआ? याद रखो, याद करने की कोशिश करो. When the object was at infinity, the image was forming at focus. और जैसे जैसे object came closer to the lens, the image started going back away from the lens and it started becoming bigger in case of convex lens. So there was a clear relationship between the distance and the size. वो जितना दूर जाता गया वो उतना बड़ा होता गया. याद है? That is why both these formulae work. And we know height of the image, we will use h2. Height of the object, we will use the variable h1. Distance of the image, we will use v. Distance of the object, we will use u. Now, let us work with the same example that we used in the previous question. We said we are keeping the object 10 meters in front of the lens. So you told me that we will take u equals to -10. Then I told, if we do this, we are getting the image 10 meters behind the lens. So you said it will be +10 because it is on the right hand side of the lens. Using the lens formula, we calculated f equals to 5. Remember this much? If it is the same situation, and now we need to find out what is the magnification. We know from the previous question, we know कि हमने बोला था if we kept the image, we kept the object and the image were of the same size. ये हमने पहले से बोल दिया. That means the magnification was nothing. It was just one. Object and image were of the same size. Let us see if the formula also gives us the same value. We don't know the heights yet, but we know the distance of the image and the object. Let us try find out. What can I write in place of v? It is 10. What can I write in place of u?
-10.
-10. 10 divided by -10 will be how much?
-1.
-1. So what does this -1 mean? It has, this number gives us two things, tells us two aspects of the image, right? There is a number part and there is a sign part. The number part tells us that the size of the object and the size of the image are same. 1, 10 by 10. The sign part, because it is negative, it tells us that it is inverted. It is inverted. Okay? It is on the other side. In the same question, if we assume that the height h1 is say 5 centimeters, small one, and our h2 is also 5 centimeters, okay, height. How will we calculate the magnification? Now you tell me. I'm already confusing you intentionally. So be careful. क्या लिखेंगे यहाँ पर? h2 को क्या लिखेंगे?
H2 by H1. 5 centimeter by 5. 5 by 5.
It will be -5 क्योंकि हमको उल्टा मिला.
Yes.
And our height is 5. So this is also -1. So whether we use the formula with respect to the height or we use the formula with respect to the distance, the magnification tells us two things. Magnification tells us the relative size of the object or relative size of the image with respect to the object. The magnification also tells us if the image is erect or inverted. Please, please, please remember this. This is the same logic that we used in case of spherical mirrors. Concave mirror, convex mirror. Finally, the new concept, which was not there for mirrors, but it is there in case of lenses, is the power. I told you very briefly in the beginning that power of the lens is how much it can converge or diverge the light. How much? The capacity. Let us try understand this in action. Pay attention to what I'm doing on the screen. If you pay attention, I'm sure you will be able to tell me what's happening. I'm taking a large principal axis. I'm taking, say, this is lens 1. This is lens 2. In case of lens 1, if there is a beam of light, ray of light, which is parallel to the principal axis, of course, it bends like this. So we will call it focus. We are just keeping it simple. So we are not using F1, F2. We are just using O and F. Okay, lens 2. Another parallel beam of light. So okay, this is O1, this is O2 because another lens. If I tell you that the power of lens is more than the power of lens 1, so what will happen? Lens 2 will bend the light more or less. क्या होना चाहिए? If the meaning of the power is capacity to converge or capacity to diverge, and then I tell you that the power of lens 2 is more than the power of lens 1. So what do you think should happen? Lens 2 will bend the light more or it will bend the light less? Just ensuring that all of us understand the basic terminology. Capacity to converge. So means capacity to bend. Okay. Chanda is saying, yes, it should bend more. Correct. Now, if it bends the light more than the previous lens, then it will go like this. So if we call this F1, we can call this F2. So if the power of lens 1 is less than the power of lens 2, if the power of lens 2 is more than the power of lens 1, so very clearly our OF2 will be less. O2F2 will be less than O1F1 because it bends more. It bends more. So the focal length, so if we call it F2 and if we call this F1, the F2 is less than F1. Power is more. Power is more means focal length is less. Are you convinced or not? Yes, Chan, ask. You have raised your hand.
Sir, when this ray will bend down, then that means that it is more big.
Yeah.
O1 F1.
When it bends more, that means its power to bend is more. Its bending power is more. But when it bends more, the focal length is smaller, shorter.
Okay, sir.
So what we are trying to understand here is, if we denote P as power, 1 second. If we use P to denote power, then clearly power is inversely proportional to focal length. If the power is more, the focal length is less. वही तो अभी हमने देखा. And we have defined power in such a way that we say power equals to 1 by F, where F is measured in meter. And this power is 1 diopter. The power of the lens is said to be 1 diopter, which is the symbol for diopter is D, if the focal length of the lens is 1 meter. So power is 1D if the focal length is 1 meter. आप में से जो भी चश्मा पहनते हैं या फिर आपके घर में भी कोई पहनता होगा, तो जब आप ऑप्टोमेट्रिस्ट के पास जाते हैं तो वो आपको एक पेपर में लिख के देते हैं क्या पावर लगेगा चश्मे का. वहां पे लिखा होगा ये D. एंड अगेन जितना पावर ज्यादा होगा लेंस विल बी दैट मच थिकर. उसको और ज्यादा बेंड करना है हमको लाइट. This is the relationship. So simply speaking, P equals to 1 by F. This is the formula. With units, we can say 1 diopter equals to 1 by 1 meter. So to calculate power, we will need to know the focal length of the lens. If we take a simple situation, and if I say that find the power of a lens whose focal length equals to 10 meters. Find the power of a lens whose focal length is 10 meters. Find and tell. So for such questions, the way we will write is, we will say power equals to 1 by F. In our case, 1 by 10 meters. We can write it now in two different ways. We can write 1 by 10 diopter, or we can write 0.1 diopter. 1 by 10 in decimal is 0.1. The next thing is the interesting part, where what happens if we combine more than one lenses? क्या है ये more than one lenses? Suppose we have a convex lens and we have another convex lens side by side. अब उसका power कितना होगा? उसका focal length कितना होगा? Suppose we have a concave lens and we have another concave lens side by side. तब क्या होगा? Suppose we have a convex lens and we keep a concave lens next to it. What will be the combined focal length? What will be the combined power? ऐसा करते हैं हम. We cannot make lenses, single lenses of different powers. So what we do is we combine different lenses to produce the same effect. Okay? So now I request you to read the bottom paragraph, the last paragraph of page number 85 of the textbook. The heading is combination of lenses. And from there, once you read, there is one sentence, there is one formula, and there is something written in gray box. Read it and tell me, how can we summarize what happens when we combine the lenses? We can summarize the entire thing in just 2 lines. Maths makes everything so concise, precise. Okay? Read and tell me those 2 lines, those 2 equations. You have 5 minutes to do this. When we combine lenses of different focal lengths or same focal length also, so the focal length of the combined lens will be related to the focal length of individual lenses by this formula. So if f1 is the focal length of first lens, f2 is the focal length of the second lens. Doesn't matter whether it is convex or concave, doesn't matter. Then the focal length of the combined lens will be 1 by f. तो इसमें भी अगर हमको पूछा जाएगा कि f1 f2 दिया रहेगा, we have to find 1 by f. So first we will have to put f1 here, f2 here, add, and then we have to take the reciprocal. याद करो electrical current, electricity current में भी हमने ये पढ़ा था, 1 by r equals to 1 by r1 plus 1 by r2. Just like that. Now, the second thing that happens is the combined power is equal to the sum of the individual powers. होगा ही ना? 1 by f1 is p1. हमने define ही तो किया, p equals to 1 by f. 1 by f2 is p2, so p 1 by f. Let us try solve a simple question related to this. If I tell you that the focal length of one lens is 5 centimeters, the focal length of the second lens is also 5 centimeters, what will be the focal length of the combined lens? अगर हम इन दो lenses को combine करेंगे, तो जो lens बनेगा उसका focal length कितना होगा? Use the formula. Of course, you will use the first formula. Try calculate and tell me what the answer is. Using the first formula, our 1 by f, we can write will be equal to 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5, which will be equal to 5, 1 plus 1 equals to 2 by 5. Therefore, our f, the reciprocal, will be equal to 5 by 2 centimeters, or we can write 2.5 centimeters. So we are taking lenses of focal length 5 centimeters each, and when we combine them, the effective focal length of the combined lens will be 2.5 centimeters. Means the power will be double of the individual lens. Focal length half हो गया, तो power double. This is the correct calculation. Let us look at question number 8, part 3. 3 lenses having power 2, 2.5 and 1.3 are kept touching in a row. हमने combine कर दिया. I hope you are on the same question. 3 lenses, 2, 2.5 and 1.7. They are kept touching in a row. What will be the combined power? 1 by f1 is p1, 1 by f2 is p2, 1 by f3 is p3, 1 by f4 is p4, 1 by f5 is p5, 1 by f6 is p6, 1 by f7 is p7, 1 by f8 is p8, 1 by f9 is p9, 1 by f10 is p10, 1 by f11 is p11, 1 by f12 is p12, 1 by f13 is p14, 1 by f15 is p14, 1 by f16 is p16, 1 by f17 is p17, 1 by f18 is p18, 1 by f19 is p19, 1 by f20 is p20, 1 by f21 is p21, 1 by f22 is p22, 1 by f23 is p24, 1 by f25 is p25, 1 by f26 is p26, 1 by f27 is p27, 1 by f28 is p28, 1 by f29 is p29, 1 by f30 is p31, 1 by f32 is p32, 1 by f33 is p34, 1 by f35 is p36, 1 by f36 is p36, 1 by f37 What is the total power of the lens combination? ऐसे जो हमने 3 लेंस जोड़कर बनाए हैं, what will be the total power? अभी अभी हमने पढ़ा power equals to P1 plus P2 plus dot dot dot. Use the formula, find the value and tell me. Be quick. Using this formula, thank you Chand for the explanation. Using this formula, we can say P equals to 2 plus 2.5 plus 1.7. So those who find it difficult to add, so 2, 2.5, 1.7. So 2 is 2.0. हम add करेंगे. 7 plus 5 is 12. Decimal point. 3 plus 3 is 6. So 6.2 is an incomplete answer. We will have to write that after. Usman beta, 2 plus 2.5 is not 2.7. It is 4.5. Right? ये addition आपने गलत किया Usman. So it is important to know the formula. So first you should write P equals to P1 plus P2 plus P3. We will get some marks. Then we will put the values of P1, P2 and P3. उसके बाद अगर हमारा ये कैलकुलेशन गलत हो जाता है, तब हो सकता है क्या, पक्का कुछ ना कुछ हमको मार्क्स मिलेंगे फॉर दिस एंड फॉर दिस. अगर हम फॉर्मूला नहीं लिखेंगे, अगर हम ये स्टेप भी नहीं लिखेंगे और फाइनली हमने लिख दिया 4.4, तो गलत हो जाएगा. Let's look at question number 8, part 2. Question number 8, part 2. It says 5 centimeter high object is placed at a distance of 25 centimeter from a converging lens of focal length of 10 centimeters. Determine the position, size, and type of the image. The question is written in English. Now, whatever we have learned today, using that, you tell me 5 cm is what? What is the variable that I need to use for 5 centimeters? 5 cm high object is placed at a distance of 25 centimeters. Chanda is saying H, Usman is saying F, Prachi is saying H1, Prachi is correct, H1. And we will take H1 equals to plus 5 because the convention is कि हम object को सीधा ही रखते हैं. Object को उल्टा रखने का क्या मतलब ही क्या? The erect and image is with respect to the object. अगर object ऐसा है और image ऐसा है, then we will say the image is inverted. If the object is like this and the image is also like this, then we will not say that image is inverted. The image is erect क्योंकि object भी तो ऐसा है. So H1 will be positive. H1 will be positive. Good. Next one, 25 centimeters. What is this? What variable are we going to use? Five centimeter high object is placed at a distance of 25 centimeters from a converging lens. Okay. This is the distance of the object. And it is placed in front of the lens. Usually the front of the lens is left hand side. So tell me, is this correct? E equals to 25 centimeter or something is wrong here? We need to change something. Minus is correct. Minus 25 centimeters. Very good. And then it says from a converging lens of focal length 10 centimeter. Okay. So I can say F equals to 10. अब यहाँ पर एक और क्वेश्चन आ जाता है. Should we be writing plus 10 or minus 10? Converging lens, so convex lens. What happens in a convex lens? This happens in a convex lens. This is the F. So should F be plus 10 or minus 10? it has to be plus 10. इसलिए बेटा we need to know the sign convention properly. So we are using a converging lens. So convex lens. We are keeping the object in front of it. So u has to be minus 25. Of height 5 centimeters, h1 is 5. Focal length is 10 centimeter plus, क्योंकि ये उल्टा साइड आएगा. फिर पूछा है डिटरमिन द पोजीशन, साइज एंड टाइप ऑफ द इमेज. इमेज के बारे में पूछा है. Position means what variable we need to find for position? What variable do we need to find? Very good, v. Now you tell me what formula will we use to find v? I'm reading your messages. I can hear or talk if you speak also. What formula will be used to find v? What is the name of the formula? You don't need to tell me the formula. Just tell me the name of the formula. Lens formula is, yes, correct. Lens formula says 1 by v minus 1 by u equals to 1 by f. All we have to do is put these values of u and f and find the value of v. मिल गया हमको v. Maths has to be correct, but the science is 1 by v minus 1 by u equals to 1 by f. Position मिल गया. Then it says size. Find the size. Size के लिए हमको क्या पता करना पड़ेगा? What do we need to find out? What is that variable that we need to find out? No. What is the variable? Correct, Chan. We need to find out h2. Size of the image means h2. We will not be able to calculate h2 directly. So what we will have to do, we will say v by u equals to h2 by h1. u हमारे पास है, h1 हमारे पास है, देखो यहाँ है ना, और v भी हमने कैलकुलेट कर लिया. So we can find h2. If we put all these values in this equation, we will be able to find h2. Simple maths, linear equation. Finally, it says type of the image. Real है कि inverted है, real है कि virtual है, erect है कि inverted है. We know convex lens में all but one image is inverted and real. Only one image is erect and virtual. So जैसे ही हमको h2 पता चल जाएगा या पता नहीं भी चले, हम अगर v और u भी लेंगे, so it will tell us the sign v by u. m से हमको मिल जाएगा v by u and it will give us the sign whether it is positive or negative. If it is positive, it means it is erect. Erect हुआ मतलब virtual. Inverted हुआ मतलब negative हुआ. That means it is real. This is how we will calculate. So try calculating on your own. We will see if you are able to do it or not. There are some more questions also that you can solve from the textbook, which is an example question on page number 86. So if you read this example on page number 86, then it will be easy for you to solve the question in the exercise. Okay. These are, some questions are very long. Such questions are not going to come in the exam. But the questions that we practiced while we were studying the lens formula, the formula for magnification, the formula for the power, the formula for the combined power and combined focal length, those simple questions are more likely to be asked. Okay. So try, your homework would be to complete the notes, to solve the solved example on page number 86 and the question number 82, 83, 84. Yeah, I will update the slides and I will send it to you after I finish the class. That is it.